And so I'm thinking maybe before the holidays, when his parents are picking up his sister from college. We're thinking of doing it upright, you know? Hotel room, hot tub, champagne. I know it's cliched, but it's also kind of romantic, right? We're walking home from our school, Athens High, and Meg is rambling, as Meg often does. And as I often do, I'm zoning out completely. Until she says that. Wait, what? She stops walking and stares at me, so I stop walking and stare back. Sam, did you hear anything I said? Her hands go on her hips like my mother when she's frustrated with me, but with Meg, it's nowhere near as effective. Great goddess! I wish you gave me half the attention you give to your imaginary friends. I managed to stop myself just short of rolling my eyes. They're characters, not imaginary friends. And come on, Meg. I'm sorry. What were you saying? You and Michael? Yeah, sex, while his parents are away. Cliched first time, but hopefully with good room service. What do you think? What do I think? Oh, that is a whole can of worms, Megan Grace. Enlighten me. Meg fishes a pack of Marlboros out of an inside pocket of her black skull and crossbones hoodie, the one she never goes without. It's got these little devil horns sewn onto the hood so that when she puts it up, she looks positively demonic, or at least she thinks she does. But her wholesome face and stick-straight strawberry blonde hair kind of lessen the effect. She slides a single cigarette out of the pack and lights it, and I can't help but notice that the Zippo she's using has the Sacred Heart of Jesus on it. It looks like something an old sailor would have tattooed on his sagging bicep, and don't even get me started on the irony of Meg using such a thing. You know I'm not exactly Michael's #1 fan, I say. She inhales deeply and blows the smoke in my face. Because you won't give him a chance. Because apparently you're smoking for him now, for one. I pluck the cigarette out of her fingers and throw it to the ground, crushing it with my Adidas. We both cough. No, I'm not, she sputters. I narrow my eyes at her. Okay, not for him. He just looks so cool doing it sometimes, you know? Like some old-time movie star leaning up against a wall, brooding and sophisticated. I sigh loudly and start walking again. Yeah, a brooding and sophisticated candidate for lung cancer. And it's such a bad idea. Fine. Meg takes the pack of Marlboros out again and hands them to me, as if she doesn't trust herself to dispose of them. I just wanted to try them once. I meant about the hotel room, I say, and pocket the pack. I'll ditch them in the first trash can I see. Why? Meg loops her arm through mine and guides me in the direction of St. Catherine's Cemetery, which is one of 6 in Athens that, legend has it, make a pentagram if you connect them on a map, with St. Cats in the center. Meg loves that, as she loves all things spooky and all things witchy. Our freshman year, after a particularly heinous fight in which her uber-Catholic parents threatened to A. send her to a convent and B. perform an exorcism, Meg ditched Catholicism for good and took up Wicca. It was kind of a genius power play on her part, because as adamant as they are that she be a virtuous Catholic, they're even more scared that they'll cause her to sink deeper into the dark side. She's got them in that perfect rock/hard place position where they're too panicked to punish her much. So as long as she keeps it quiet and doesn't break curfew, they get by with vague disapproval and guilt trips. Anyway, the cemetery is also the shortest way to get to our houses from school, as it's right in the middle of our neighborhood. I don't know why, but some construction company in the 70s thought it would be a good idea to build a subdivision around a cemetery. I bet a lot of weird stuff seemed like a good idea in the 70s, but I digress.